Hey everybody, it's Candy. I wish this video was going to be a little bit better than what I'm going to present. Not like it's going to affect any of you people. It's only affecting me. But I guess I just wanted to, come on here and rant and rave. Okay, so I was off work today, right? Normally on Mondays, my daughter is running close to time to leaving her last client to come pick up the kids. Well, I told her I'd pick up Ben, and then she even asked me if I could pick up Cadence. I said, sure, no problem. I don't mind helping out. I don't mind picking up my grandchildren. So I go and get Finn, and I actually got him a little early. I got him right around 2 o'clock. And by the time we was making it down to the school, it was about 2:08 to Cadence's school, to his sister's school, which is just down the road a little ways, maybe a mile or so from his school. Because I don't pick up kids every day, and because I'm not always in that mindset of being aware that I'm in a different speed zone, school zone. Well, I come down the normal street I turn down. Well, the school zone sign is like right there, and the street I was turning on is right here. So I'm turning this way, and the sign's sort of like right there. I can't see it to remind me because I was off in my little world. Finney, and he was behind me blabbing, and I had the radio on, and all I was thinking about was getting in line to get Cadence. So I wasn't even really paying attention to my speed. But there was no children out in front of me. There was no vehicles on either side of the road because after a certain time, after pre-K lets out, parents start lining up to come into the front side of the school to pick up the elementary or to pick up the kindergarten through third graders. The pre-K's in the back. So there was no cars sitting on the side. There wasn't children out running around playing. And then I turned right, and right when I didn't even see the cop sitting up there, even though he was basically right there in open view. I just seen a car. I just seen cars, sitting out in front of their houses or whatever. Wasn't even thinking. Next thing you know, I turn in to go down, and next thing you know, the cop's jumping behind me and turning his lights on. I'm like, fuck. Damn it. I haven't had a speeding ticket in over a decade. Well, okay, let's see. When was the last time I had a speeding ticket? Probably the last time I had a speeding ticket was when I had my Honda Accord, and I sold that car in 2012. I bought a van in August of 2019 and had that vehicle until September of 22. And then in November of 22, I got the current vehicle that I'm in now. The whole entire time I had the van and the whole entire time I've had this vehicle, I've never gotten a ticket. Now, when I had the van, I got pulled over a couple times when I was in my traveling phases, but they just gave me warnings. And it wasn't even for speeding, it was for something else, But yeah, I haven't had no speeding tickets or any kind of tickets or any kind of law breaking things happen. Like I said, in a long time. A long time. Like, it's 2026. The last time I got a ticket, let's see, I got that car, the Honda Accord. I got that in 2004, May of 2004, and had it until January 2012. So in that time frame, I might have gotten two speeding tickets in that car. And that was like when my daughter was a kid. So at least 20 years ago since I probably had a speeding ticket or any kind of run in with the law on the roads. So yeah, here's a big old long ticket. He claims I was doing 35 minute 20. I don't think I was doing 35 minute 20. I could have been doing 30 maybe, but I don't think I was doing 35. But because I didn't even look down to see honestly what my speed was. I didn't look at the ticket until after I got back home from picking up Cadence and dropping them off to their mom. Because she met me at the apartment and then she was going to turn around and go back and get the older one. I looked at the ticket. It says it's $260. $260? That's more than I make in a week's paycheck. Especially now that they've dropped my hours to 17 and a half hours a week. You know, I don't know. I don't really know what's going on, but I am trying to stay positive and not let this get me down. I am in the process of maybe possibly applying to another job, if not um, leaving my job that I'm currently at 100% entirely. Because they're not giving me enough hours to survive on. And I need a job that's going to pay me at least what I'm making now, and if not more, and give me at least them 30 hours plus. And I found a job here in town. It's 30 to 40 hours a week. It'd be mainly Monday through Saturday, and it'd be working evenings mainly. Afternoons and the evenings probably close. For a liquor store. I don't drink. I don't really. I'm kind of conflicted on if I should apply for this job or not because honestly, I don't think drinking alcohol is the best thing for someone, but at the same time, it's not my job to police people in essence, you know, as far as like just because I don't drink doesn't mean that I don't think I couldn't work in a liquor store. Because if I'm not working in there, somebody else is going to be doing it, you know? So it doesn't really matter who's behind the counter. They're going to get it regardless, you know? So I guess in a way I'm trying to say is just because I don't drink doesn't mean that if I was to work in a liquor store, that I'm aiding and abetting people with their habit. I guess in a way I am, but like I said, if it wasn't me standing behind that counter, it'd be somebody else, right? And why not it be me? This job says it pays between 14 and 17 an hour. Well, I'm making 14 an hour right now. So if I could get them to start me off even at 15 an hour and give me 30 to 35 hours a week, I'm all for it. The only bad thing about working at the liquor store, no insurance. That's my only you know, I've worked so hard at this current job that I'm at. For 2.5 years, I've given this job my life. And they're going to turn around and do me the way they're doing me? Not even giving me enough money to survive to pay my bills. That's why I'm having to go out there and DoorDash just to make extra money to supplement. And now what happens? Today I decide to go do a good thing, help my daughter out. To help those kids. Get those kids. And now I'm stuck with a $260 ticket that I can't pay. In court April 15th. So basically 16 days from now is when court is. It's on a Friday. I know it's not on a Friday. But I can't remember when it is. But I was thinking of May 15th for some reason. Or May 25th, I mean. May 15th. I don't know what I was thinking. May 15th. That's when Purcell graduates high school. That's what I was thinking. Not April 15th. April 15th is tax day. I still have to get my Oklahoma taxes sent in. It's $134. Well, I guess that's half of the ticket, right? And yeah, there's been times that I've mentioned here on YouTube that, I do have a Cash App if anybody wants to help me out, etc., etc. But you know what? Nobody does help me out. I do everything. Me, myself, and I. Nobody ever helps me out, ever. But everybody expects me to help them out. And I'm not referring to my daughter at all. And I just want to say that in case she sees this video. I want you to know that I'm not referring to that. But, as far as there's people at work that want me to help them out. There's people in social media groups that I'm in that, I don't know. It's just that nobody's ever there for me when I need it. But yet, I'm always the one that's there for everybody else. I try to give as much support and time to my online friends and community. I always put out the effort when I communicate with folks in comments. YouTube makes it so hard for people to connect offline. But there's people that I sort of have connected with online, but it's few and far between. And the only time they want to communicate with me is online, as far as through YouTube. They don't, or most of the people I've talked to on YouTube, I've sent them either my phone number or my email, and I've reached out, but they don't ever reach out. Hell, there's people that live in my state, and I'm willing to drive to meet them. Got an email from one of them, but, well, he didn't communicate with me. I asked him, hey, what's your phone number? Let's, try to figure out a time where we can meet and, have a couple hours to chit chat or whatever. He was like, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours from here. Somebody else that comments on my videos and my community posts that I've just recently chatted with, found out we went to the same school together. I'd really like to hook up with her and meet up with her because we have a common interest, Dutch brothers. I'd really like to hook up with you, but unless you're willing to communicate and give me your phone number or send me an email, guess it'll never happen. So if people aren't even willing to meet up in person just to say, hey, it's nice to meet you in person, um, nobody's going to help me out any other way, you know? But it would be a miracle if somebody was able to cash at me some money, and I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it until time came around for me to have to touch it. Because I can go to court, but what's my plea going to be? Oh, I guess I am guilty but I guess I could, like I said, I wasn't looking down at the speedometer, so I don't even really know what I was going. So as far as I can say, I can just tell the judge that I have no idea how fast I was going. As far as I know, I could have been going 25, and he says I'm going 35. So it's his word against mine, basically. And I'm going to have to tell him, well, hopefully y'all have a payment plan because there ain't no way I can pay $260 in one shot. At all. Unless, of course, I have some viewers, such as yourself, watching this, that decides to take pity on me and help me out a little bit. And I wouldn't even say pity, but just want to kind of give me an uplift, I guess, because that would definitely be an uplift for me. If I was to open up my Cash App and there was, 2 or 3 people sending me a little bit of money, I would be completely stoked. I see people get sent money via Cash App or via Venmo or whatever money app they use for things that, to me, I wouldn't say are less important, but don't cost as much as, a speeding ticket. I've seen videos of people asking for money to send them money so they can get them a pizza, and people do it. I've seen videos of people asking to send them money so they can buy their cat or their dog some food or their kids diapers or whatever. And I completely get that. I do. I completely get that. I can understand when people need help out, like that. Me personally, I'm not going to ask for help on something so small and minute. If I ask for assistance, it's because I need assistance for something that's a little bit bigger than me. So yeah, I'm going to link my Cash App below. And if you feel in your heart that you can send me a few dollars to help me out with this speeding ticket, thank you. I would appreciate it. And I appreciate you and say that from the bottom of my heart. Because, like I said, sometimes I really don't even feel like people even hear me, listen to me, understand me. Sometimes I feel like I'm completely alone all in this world. And that the only people that really do care about me are in a position where they can't help me either. Um, and I'm not going to ask my mother for assistance because, well, she'll just say, well, you should. I'll get the ninth degree about it if I was to ask her. Um, my daughter, she's maintaining her household all on one income right now. So yeah, there's no good there. I guess I just got a lot of things running through my mind right now. Other than me getting that ticket, I guess I'm having an alright day. You know, when it comes down to it, I'm upright, I'm breathing, I'm alive. Um, and life goes on. You know. Anyways, peace, love, hugs, snugs, all that good stuff. Thanks for listening to my rant. Thanks for helping me out if you can. And if anybody wants to contact me personally offline, leave a comment. I'll send you my email. You send me an email, I'll send you my phone number. We can text, we can talk, whatever.